One Piece, 10 characters Luffy never interacts with. Whether they were long gone before Luffy's time or they never managed to cross Luffy's path, these are some characters Luffy has never met. Monkey D. Luffy is an infamous pirate in One Piece who aims to become the king of the pirates. Although one would imagine him to be a ruthless pirate with all the infamy that's attached to his name, Luffy is actually among the kindest of people in the story. Despite being an outlaw, Luffy loves to help those in need, fight against oppression, and most importantly, make some great friends. While Luffy always loves making more friends, there are some characters who he has never met and thus never interacted with. 10. Joel D. Roger died before Luffy was born. The man who conquered the Grand Line, Joel D. Roger, was the king of the pirates and a person Luffy would have loved to meet. Ever since the beginning of the story, Luffy has displayed a great level of respect for everything that Roger had achieved. Luffy's personality also resembles Joel D. Roger's, and the two would have enjoyed each other's company quite a lot. Unfortunately, Roger was long dead when Luffy set out on his journey, and thus, the two never met. 9. Scopper Gavin's whereabouts are not known. Scopper Gavin was the left-hand man of the Pirate King, Joel D. Roger. His right-hand man, Silvers Rayleigh, has already met Luffy and even trained him for 2 years at Ruscana. After the Roger pirates disbanded, Gavin went his own way just like everyone else, and since then, his exact whereabouts remain unknown. It is possible that he'll show up later in the story and meet Luffy. But the two have yet to interact so far. 8. Kazuki Oden was boiled alive by Kaido 20 years ago. Kazuki Oden was Wano's strongest samurai and someone who even the likes of Whitebeard and Roger respected. Oden was very much like Luffy and loved adventure with all his heart. 20 years ago, he met his end at the hands of Kaido who, together with the help of Kurozumi Orochi, executed him. Luffy respects Oden quite a lot and would have enjoyed spending time with him. But sadly, he's no longer alive. Luffy has inherited Oden's will and aims to free Wano country in his stead. 7. Luffy hasn't interacted with Kazuki Hiyori yet. Usually, Luffy is the first person to come across the princess of a country and he often helps them. But in the Wano country arc, Luffy didn't get to meet Hiyori at all. Instead, it was Roronoa Zoro who took the place of his captain and earned Hiyori's trust. Meanwhile, Luffy was training with all his might in Udon's prisoner mine to overcome one of the Yonko of the sea, Kaido of the 100 Beasts. 6. Otoheim was killed by Hody Jones long before the Fishman Island arc. A legendary figure among the fishmen, Otoheim was the wife of King Neptune who made it possible for the fishmen to have hope of living under the real sun once again. After years of struggle, she was able to take the first step towards her goal by helping Josgard, a celestial dragon. Thanks to her, the children of Fishman Island were never exposed to the idea of hatred and only longed to live on the surface with peace and harmony. Luffy would have loved to meet such a kind person, but Otoheim was assassinated by Hody Jones. 5. Ryukujiu hasn't made his proper debut in the story yet. Ryukujiu is an admiral of the Marines who joined the organization along with Fujitora at some point during the 2-year time skip. He filled one of the spots left by Akainu and Akiji, and according to Doflamingo, he possesses tremendous strength. As an admiral, he's likely going to be incredibly strong and a challenge for Luffy. But he hasn't been properly introduced and is yet to cross paths with the future Pirate King. 4. Mont Blanc Noland was executed for lying long ago. A famous explorer from the North Blue, Mont Blanc Noland used to sail the seas around 400 years before the current timeline of the One Piece world. Having visited multiple places, Noland's stories were famous in the North Blue. Just like Luffy, he had a great sense of adventure and loved making friends, as seen during his visit to Jaya. His great life ended when he was wrongfully executed for lying about the City of Gold's existence. Although Luffy heard about his adventures, he never got to interact with him due to them being born in different eras. 3. Calgara died around 400 years ago, like his friend Noland. Known to be a great warrior, Calgara was a member of the Shandian race that lived in harmony on Jaya long ago. After the knock-up stream struck his island, it was launched into the sky and became what the Sky People called Verth. Calgara died fighting the sky races for the protection of his land around the same time his friend Noland was executed. Luffy would certainly have enjoyed being Calgara's friend had they lived in the same age, but sadly, they were born centuries apart. 2. Joy Boy lived long before Luffy's era. Joy Boy was alive during the Void Century and is known to have had great relations with the people of Fishman Island. He's the first person to make his way to Laugh Tale and the original owner of the great treasure, the One Piece. When Roger found the treasure, he longed to meet Joy Boy but couldn't do so because he was long dead. Luffy would want to meet him as well, but just like Roger, he won't ever be able to do so. 1. Monkey D. Dragon left Luffy with Garp. Dragon is Luffy's father and the leader of the Revolutionary Army in One Piece. Due to his immense responsibility, Dragon had to leave Luffy with Garp, who took care of him through most of his childhood days. Although Luffy has grown a lot since then and even set out to sea, he's yet to meet his father. Interestingly, Luffy doesn't care much about his family and never shows any interest in meeting his father either.